All right, my people. The Dino Melaye, now he can scatter Tinubu last night. Yes, I suppose project these videos since last night, but I was tired. I have a lot that I'm doing, but it not be firewood. But still, let's catch up. Dino Melaye say the money where Tinubu don't the money where Tinubu and the Akpabio and co don't borrow. Say, if you hear them, if they talk the figure, me call they get headache. If they talk the figure, I they get headache. I can't say, wait, I can't eat fence. As I eat fence, this thing don't work. I take another fence, it don't work. I say, what did they happen? Let's listen to what Dino Melaye have to say on the current satanic APC government.
Massive hunger in the land.
The president just said the other day that from January to August 2025, total collections reached. I mean that the administration has achieved their revenue target. That's something to smile about. I mean, it says from January to, I'm coming, let me land. From January to August 2025, total collections reached 20.59 trillion naira, a 40.5% increase from 14.6 trillion recorded in 2024.
If that statistic is correct, why is the president borrowing 1.7 billion from World Bank?
He also said that they have stopped borrowing.
Maybe that is not correct. I just gave you that figure now. Why is the president? Why did he borrow 1.7 billion dollars from the World Bank? Why, as the Senate approved 21 billion dollars so far, and with many others coming for consideration? Many others are still coming for consideration.
But mind you,
and this government is one of the most reckless governments in the history of this country.
How do you mean?
The president who said he wanted to come and curb wastages bought a yacht. That yacht that the president bought has never been to the perimeter, territorial area of Nigeria. It's between Monaco and Paris. And what do we need a yacht for? In a time of austerity, in a time of pervasive hunger like this? The president also, within few months in office, bought a presidential jet that cost Nigeria billions.
No, he said it was a gift.
I am telling you that it was purchased. Gift by who? Gifts are to be declared. Gifts are to be declared. A president who gets a gift, why was Tom David West removed from office? It was because he got a gift of a gold wristwatch that was not declared. If you have a gift, declare who gave it to you. And they called it a gift because the money used in the purchase of that aircraft was not appropriated by the National Assembly. That is why it was tagged a gift. Then again, since Tafawa Balewa, Azikiwe, up down to Buhari, every president and prime minister in this country used Mercedes-Benz S-Class as their official vehicle. The president is using a bomb jammer Mercedes-Benz, the same type that Trump is using in America. And you say you want to curb wastages?
But you're not different. Hold on, Dino.
If you allow me land,
hold on.
I don't want my thoughts distorted on this particular line.
Okay.
And again, the same president, in the 8th Senate, the budget of the National Assembly was 150 billion. From 150 billion, today the president have increased the budget of the National Assembly to over 370 billion in order to make them a parastatal or department of the villa. So a president who said he was coming to curb wastages, who said he was coming to renew hope. I can catalog all this. Bought a yacht, bought a Cadillac, bought an aircraft, increased the money of the National Assembly, and I've borrowed like no other president in history. If you are making more money, then why are you borrowing? To the extent that the Speaker of the House of Representatives today,
I read it. He was
is also concerned, despite he's a member of the APC.
I read that he was talking about
and
how
we will not be surprised if the president start borrowing from OPE and money points very soon.
Well, Senator Dino, if you say the president was buying cars, some people will question you too, because I mean, it's all over the viral.
I am not buying cars with government money. And I did not buy any of those cars when in office. And I've never been in a position where I control government money or interest. I've never been in the executive arm of government where I have control or I have budget or I have interest. And I've never done government contracts, whether at federal or state level. I'm saying this boldly. I've never been invited by EFCC or ICPC or any government security agency for corruption or for mismanagement or whatever. So what I'm saying in essence, in order not to trivialize the issues, is that we cannot continue like this as a nation. As I speak to you, one of the fundamental errors we have committed as a people is that this government particularly is insensitive. We voted for a government that does not care for the people, that is not concerned about the people. Go out there and see the magnitude of killings going on. Go out there and see people dying of malnutrition. Go there and see poor people paying ransom for family members being kidnapped on a daily basis. Go out there and see what the economy is doing to the people.
Let me comment here.
And all this money is borrowed, my brother. All this money is borrowed. No roads, no food, no housing. No housing. Agriculture, there's a decline. So, transportation, babu.
You talked about...
So, what is this money we are borrowing? What are we doing with it?
Some people may be using the insecurity to fight the government. What do you make of that? Politics, playing politics with insecurity.
The president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. We didn't vote him to make excuses like you are trying to make for him now.
I'm not making excuses for him.
We voted him to prove capacity. He was voted to protect Nigeria and Nigerians. And anything short of that is incapacitation. Anything short of that is wearing a shoe that is bigger than his legs. Anything short of that is proving that Nigeria is not Lagos. And let me tell you this. Nigeria was listed by the Financial Action Task Force. We are on what they call the grey list today. And that is having a negative concomitant effect on the economy. Because any country that is on the grey list of FATF, definitely it will affect your direct foreign investment. It will affect your banking activities across the globe. So it is going to have a negative resultant effect on the economy.
There's a school of thought that believe what you have in ADC, same of same. So are you saying ADC is going to correct all the ills you're pointing at that the present government is doing?
ADC is an assembly of repentant, aggrieved, you understand, concerned Nigerians. And at this point, every notable member of the ADC is ready to make sacrifice so that we can repurchase Nigerians from these criminals in power, the CIPs. There is a need for us to repurchase our country back. There's a need to get our country back on track. Because as I speak...
And you think ADC is well positioned to do that?
Very, very well positioned. There is a political tsunami that is coming.
Listen to what Iradia said. I mean, you know Iradia.
Tony Iradia, great man.
He says that politicians like you, ADC, APC, LP, and the rest of them, have left governance or are more interested in politics than actually governing. And that's why we're witnessing the rot in the system.
He may be right to some extent. But I want to tell you, if you carry out a comparative analysis, during the Jonathan administration...
Did I hear you correctly when you said criminals in power?
Yes.
No, we can't begin to say that on air. We can't begin to say, let's not be...
Who is a criminal?
A criminal is somebody who disobeys, who goes against the law.
That is exactly what this government is doing.
No, let's not... You can use any word, but at least not criminals.
Anyway, that is not the question. In answering your question, if I get you right,
yeah,
Iradia, I said maybe right to some extent depending on who is involved. For example, during the Jonathan administration, our GDP, you understand, rose to over 470 billion US dollars. And it was so up to 2002.
That's PDP then.
I'm saying it was so up to 2002. Today, as I speak, is about half, 200 plus. It's about half of what it used to be, the GDP, in dollars. In dollars. What do you think is responsible?
But you know there's an economic downturn across the entire globe. You know that.
We should stop giving these excuses. There's economic downturn across the globe.
You know.
Singapore is thriving. Rwanda is thriving. Ghana is thriving. Our immediate neighbor in West Africa, they're thriving. And you want to continue to hang on the wild wind of the Buhari administration, or the negatives of the Buhari administration, that is now a primary school child compared to the university graduates we're experiencing right now. So in essence, my brother, you are a Nigerian. You go to the same market. Sitting here, using your celestial mind, your holy mind, you know what you are feeling as a result of the kiosk created on the 29th of May 2023. That kiosk doing the right thing in the wrong way, suffering from verbal diarrhea, and declaring the removal of subsidy without thinking, without rationalizing, without buffers, is the reason we are where we are today.
Get back to politics. The PDP eventually has zoned its presidential slot to the south. ADC, or let me ask you straight out. I know how you, introduced Obi.
I did not just introduce Obi, I introduced everybody that day.
No, his own was special.
Everyone got a special treatment.
What's his name? Wike says that bringing Obi back into PDP fold would kill the party. What's your stance on maybe ADC having a southern candidate like Obi, or are you going to support Atiku Abubakar, who you supported in the past?
Anyway, I will just answer you straight.
Yeah.
We are trying to build a platform that will help us to heal the evil in the land. We are trying to build a platform that will restore unity in this country. We are trying to build a platform that will revibrate the confidence of Nigerians in Nigeria. We are trying to bring back our long-lost reputation as a country. To me, as an individual, that is the singular effort and projects ahead of me now.
Yeah.
The issue of South or North, I will not go into that discussion. We need a platform, we need a vehicle to restore Nigeria back. Today, this country has never been as divisive as it is today. Some people are talking about Yorubanization of Nigeria. And I said, no, you can't even be talking about Yorubanization of Nigeria, because I know a lot of my brothers who, maybe you can be talking about Lagosization of Nigeria. In the past, it was not this bad. So what the ADC need to do is to rebuild the confidence of Nigeria in Nigerians and bring back our motto, unity, faith. That is, you need a party that will not be, that will be sacrificious.
But you still have not answered the question.
Which is
ADC going south or north? Are you supporting Atiku?
ADC is yet to sit. PDP sat and decided.
Yeah.
We are yet to sit to decide where the presidency is going. But I'm telling you that as an individual, that will not preoccupy my mind for now. What we need now is for all of us to build first a platform. We don't want to commit the error of Tinubu hesitantly removing subsidy when ameliorations have not been.
You get back. You love this subsidy.
No. It's the reason we are where we are.
I'm sure you.
It's the reason diesel went up. It's the reason why transportation went up. It's the reason why price of gari and rice went up.
Good. I'm sure you've heard the talk about Jonathan coming back or not coming back, and Keyamo talking about Obi. That the people that will support him if he wants to play second fiddle to Atiku, he called them ASU. I think he said something like, how did he describe that ASU? He said, just give me a moment there. Well, I don't seem to be able to get it now, but he described them as ASU. The only people that will support him are people he called ASU, that if PDP makes the mistake of bringing Jonathan back on board, that they stand going against the Constitution. But Jonathan says he's unstoppable. Some argue that he won't go against the Constitution. What do you make of that?
Anyway, I'm not going to comment on that because it's a PDP discussion.
Thing, okay.
And I'm not a member of the PDP. And for Jonathan, I'm not one of his SAs. So I can't speak for him. But all I will tell you is that ADC will produce a candidate that will be the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by the grace of God, May 27th, 2027.
What about a talk on one-party state?
That's what we have now, and that's what we are fighting. That's what APC is trying to do. The problem in Labour is orchestrated by the APC. The problem, excuse me, in PDP is orchestrated by the APC.
Without evidence.
There's a lot of evidence.
What you're saying is without evidence.
There's a lot of evidence. A lot of evidence. I've said it on different platforms. When you see PDP governors declaring support for APC, and you see prominent PDP members saying, for example, that if we can tolerate Buhari for 8 years, we should tolerate Tinubu for another 4 years. And that's a member of the board of trustees of PDP saying that. So I have plethora of examples to give. So I am telling you that PDP is already purchased. Let's not talk about, I'm saying let's talk about the party that is alive. The party that will help to bring food back to your table.
And that's
the party that will give your naira value. And the party that will not compromise your living and your existence as a person.
And for you, that is ADC.
For us, it is ADC.
I am not afraid of any of them. And I am saying that the opposition leaders need to come out and confront Tinubu. It is time.
Let me ask you.
A man will wake up on the day of inauguration. You remove fuel subsidy and throw the country into turmoil. That's number one. Number two, you remove electricity subsidy. Number three, you either shut the border or you close this one. You are making life miserable for Nigerians. But, and opposition leaders are keeping quiet. Bro, I am challenging them. Everybody, come out. Let us go and confront the villa.
You said Peter Obi must be protected at all costs.
Absolutely.
What exactly do you mean by at all costs?
Because we're dealing with political hyenas whose record in Lagos we all know, and we're hoping that nothing happens to not just Peter Obi but to every opposition leader in Nigeria. We are hoping that nothing happens. I don't know what the opposition leaders are doing because I thought this was going to be about civil society. We have failed as civil society groups. Completely, we have failed. In fact, we have become politicized, we have become compromised as civil society people. There is no country that should be having this multiplication of taxes without corresponding value to the people. Because, see, what is coming in 2027 is not just going to be an election. It's going to be a war. Do you understand what I'm saying?
War of what?
It's going to be a war of everything. Every single thing. If they say people should come out on election day and thumbprint and go home and we will count and announce results as should be done. Fine. But if they say we will switch off IREP by 3 a.m., we will do this, then this opposition should give them back at the same level. Nobody should come and cry after the election.
But you see, this.
So let me repeat myself, please. Nobody in opposition should come back and cry after 2027. Every madness must end on the election day. If they say, let us vote peacefully and responsibly, fine. But if they say, we will continue in the madness of 2023, let us end it on that day. Push the responsibility for peace back to the government. We are too scared as a people. That is why a government that is in its first term will be tormenting Nigerians like this. We are too scared. Who are we scared of? What is the worst that they can do? It is not APC. It is Nigeria. This country does not belong to Tinubu. Does not belong to APC. If you arrest any opposition leader politically, all of us will go there. Everybody go there. Let the world see the nonsense that is going on in this country. But all this fear, this one is afraid. I don't know what EFCC do. Okay, if they pick anybody wrongly, go and if DSS misbehaves, go to DSS.
My people, 2027, as we discussed yesterday on my live broadcast yesterday evening, 2027 it go hot, not be small. Yes, it go hot. Tinubu things say na him be Jakaban, but people are pulling themselves together to let him know that no, you are not the owner of Nigeria. If you were doing something right, I believe a lot of Nigerians, both the ones that have criticized you in the past, would have stood behind you. But the way Nigeria is going on right now, 2027 will be eye for an eye and battle for battle. What do I know? This is Nigeria Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Take care, guys. I'm back for now.